Hello friends, this is Raj Sastri from Raj Option Trading. Today is December 16, 2021. Let's look at beaten down stocks to buy at a fair value. So with that, we'll do a quick market update, look at the beaten down stocks, look at consumer staples, financials and healthcare stocks. Those are doing great. And let's look at stocks below 200-day moving average and improving. And also, let's also look at stocks with the high short ratio so we can play some short squeeze game. Next, let's look at growth companies and profitable companies with a reasonable valuation. So with that, let's jump in and get started. So today we had a down day, as you can see here. Uh, all in major indices, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P 500, all came tumbling down. But Nasdaq is the biggest loser, 2.47%. That's a big loser here. And as you look through here, we have more declining stocks than advancing. That tells you market is not doing great. So with that, let's jump in. Let's look at some news items. So as you can see here, Rivian shares slide after the company cuts the EV production here. So we got to watch this carefully. Give it a day or two, and then we can see if this is worth buying. And we have CDC here. They recommend Pfizer and Moderna vaccines over J&J shots here because of the rare blood clot cases here. And FedEx rallies on earnings beat, outlook hike, and $5 billion buyback. That's a great earnings here. That's a good news. And we got Umbrella here. It's a hot shot stock here. It's tying up with the ADAS Solutions stock down 29%. Could be rotation out of these high growth names here. And you got Affirm here. Share is falling today. Looks like regulators are looking at buy now pay later space. And we got Adobe here. Adobe falls big time here. They missed the guidance, and I think that's why it came tumbling down here. And we got AMD here, Qualcomm, Skyworks, all of them just crashed. Looks like Apple began hiring the engineers to build the wireless communication chips in house. So that can hurt stocks like Broadcom and Skyworks. So with that, let's jump in and look at the market update. Let's go to Thinkorswim platform from TD Ameritrade here. So with that, let's jump in, take a look at the futures market here. As you look through in the futures market, we got Dow, S&P 500 futures down 11 points here. This can change. We'll keep a close watch. As you look through here, we got Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also down 68. Even after today's big drop, it's still down here. It looks like tomorrow also is going to be a little bit down day for Nasdaq. All the big high growth names, high multiple stocks, they're giving it back nicely. And we can buy some great stocks at these levels. And then you got Dow Jones Industrial Average again dropping 51 points so far. That may be this also will be a pullback candidate tomorrow. Even Dow Jones will be down as of now. And then you got Russell 2000. It's also dropping by 8 points here. Even after today's drop, you have more drops here. Look, Russell 2000 is below 200-day moving average. Clearly it's in a bearish territory. It's a leading indicator. That's why we got to be careful about other major indices. Russell can pull these things down also. So with that, what we'll do is we'll look at quickly bond market here and then go from there. From a bond market perspective, as you can see here, we got bonds going slightly higher, and we got interest rates here going down. This could be good news for stock market. We'll see how it goes. And oil, as you can see here, oil is coming down a little bit. There could be some great buying opportunity in oil. And then you got gold here. Gold is doing nicely here. After a big huge drop here, it's trying to go slightly higher. Even now there are very great gold stocks to buy. So with that, let's look at a few stocks here. Start with the big cap names. As you look through here, Apple down $7 here. It could be slowly okay to buy some Apple. As you know, Apple does very well normally. So I would be slowly trying to buy some Apple if it drops again tomorrow. Given it's trying to come below 10-day moving average here. I think as it falls further down, it could be good buying opportunity here. Right now, RSI is 59. I would wait till RSI hits 50, then buy some Apple. And then we got Microsoft. This could be a good buy here. As you can see here, Microsoft is touching its 50-day moving average here. It could be good to slowly buy some Microsoft at these levels here. And we got Amazon.com, great buying opportunity, down 88 points here. I think it's a good one to buy. RSI is 43, tells the stock is sold off here. And then we got Facebook or Meta. RSI is 52, good to wait a little bit, let it come to 50, and then we can buy some Meta here. It's a great one to buy. All right, so let's look at a few more here. Google also came down nicely, down by 39 points here. It's also at a buy territory. Right now, RSI is 48. That tells you stock is sold off here. It's trying to bounce off of its 100-day moving average. And Netflix is a great buy here. I would be a buyer of Netflix, completely sold off. As you can see here, RSI is 34. Good to sock away some Netflix here and go from there. Nvidia RSI is 45. Now it's a great time to start stocking up on Nvidia as well as AMD. Both of them are sold off nicely here. Good to slowly accumulate and go from there. Look, Nvidia, AMD is even stronger. There are more buyers than sellers. That's why on the balance volume for AMD is going higher here. And let's look at a few more. And we got ASML, one of my favorite chip stock here, down 37. And this could be a good one to buy slowly and take it from there. And then we got AMAT here, Applied Materials. Look, RSI is 47. It's a great stock. I would be a buyer of, AMAT Applied Material here. Look, on the balance volume is going higher and higher. That tells you there are more buyers than sellers. And then you got Lam Research, again a great stock here. Right now RSI is 52 and on the balance volume is going pretty nicely. I'll be a buyer of Lam Research if it drops again tomorrow and take it from there. And Micron is again a good one here. I would wait for a little bit pullback here and then buy Micron. Look, on the balance volume is starting to go higher. That tells you more buyers than sellers. All right, so now we got a few more here. Look, J&J is going higher despite of CDC saying there is a rare blood clot issue. I would wait here. I would not buy here. Look, RSI is 72, too strong here. I think all the healthcare names here, they're super strong here. Lilly was down like 2 weeks ago. Now it's also strong. I would pass these for now here and recircle and come back to them later. All right, so we got a few more here. We got these life sciences type companies here. All are doing great. I would not touch them here. I would buy slowly into Medtronic here. I think this will do well. All right, so we got here home improvement companies here. They're dropping nicely. They're at 25-day moving average here. RSI is 51 and 56 here. I would wait for a little more pullback and then buy Home Depot as well as Lowe's here. And then you got TJX and Nike here. Nike is a good one at these levels. TJX I would wait a little longer and wait for a nice entry point here. All right, so let's look at a few more here. Walmart is a great one to buy at these levels. RSI is 51. Look, on the balance volume is trying to go higher here. This is a good one to buy. It's a consumer staple. It will do nicely. And then you got Procter and Gamble. Look, this is going high. I think folks are rotating out of the growth names into these type of names like Procter and like Gamble, Costco, and so on and so forth. That's why they're doing nicely. I would not buy them at these levels. I would wait for a little pullback. Instead, buy some great quality technology stocks and take it from there. All right, so let's look at financials here. Look, financials are doing great here because they get some help from this raising interest rate. All these names are doing nicely. J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all are doing well, including Citigroup, which is beaten down here. You could still buy many of these names here. Look, RSI is still low, so you could still buy them. All right, so let's look at Visa. Visa, as you can see here, doing nicely here, plus $2 here, and RSI is 57. We would wait for a little pullback here. But PayPal and Square, they're good to buy at these levels. Stocks are, still down, as you can see here. Even today, they're down. All right, so let's look at automakers here. We got Tesla, Neo, we got Lucid, Fisker, all down, as you can see here. Good to buy some of these names slowly and accumulate. Look, Tesla is so much down here. They're below their 100-day moving average, and Neo is also down nicely. All right, so now we got here fintech here. All these are beaten down big time here. I would be slowly buying them into this weakness and take it from there. Now we got our chip stocks here. We got Avago, Cisco. Cisco is a networking company. And then we got Qualcomm, Intel. As you can see, all of these are dropped off today. But I would probably buy Intel at these levels and take it from there. Others are still high from an RSI perspective. Good to wait for a little pullback here. Look, Cisco is finally $660. This is a good story here. It's almost all-time high here. All right, so let's look at Dexcom here. Dexcom down big time here. I would be a buyer of Dexcom at these levels. Completely sold off, as you can see here. It's a great company. They make these continuous glucose monitors. Vertex, on the other hand, it's super strong here. I would wait for a little pullback here. I would also buy IDEX Labs. It's a great pet care company. And I would also look at buying some Agilent at these levels. It's a great stock. Look, both these names here, both IDEX Labs and Agilent, nice on the balance volume, even though stocks are dropping. And same story with the Dexcom as well as Vertex. Look, stock is racing here. You could still buy Vertex here, even though RSI is high, but it's much below its 52-week high here. All right, let's look at a few more names here. Now we got high growth stocks like Asana. Asana is down today. I think there is a rotation out of these high growth names. That's why Asana is down. And you got Pinterest here. Pinterest is also down. I would be a buyer of Pinterest at these levels here. I think it's a good stock to buy slowly. And then you got Palantir as well as Twitter. Both are great names. Look, Palantir stock is, I think, on the balance volume is pretty steady here. I think this is a good buy at these levels here. And we got few solar stocks here. We got Solar Edge, Enphase Energy, First Solar, and Sunrun. All great stocks here. But there is a rotation out of these growth stocks. That's why these are down here. It's okay to slowly start buying some of these names and go from there. All right, so let's look at few more here. Crypto, all the crypto stocks are down here. It's good to buy some crypto. Look, Marathon, Right Blockchain, BTBT, Coinbase, all down here. It's good to buy some of these names here. And we got my favorite cybersecurity names here: Crowd, CrowdStrike, Cloudflare, Fortinet, as well as Okta, all down today. This is a rotation out of the technology and high growth names here. Good to slowly buy. I've seen these companies turning around quickly. I think give it a week or so, these stocks will start going higher slowly. I think these are the good ones. All right, so now we got Chinese names here. All the Chinese stocks here, they're down here. I would probably wait on these Chinese names here. There is not too much stability from Chinese government. They keep punishing their companies. I think I would wait a little bit on these Chinese names here. All right, so let's look at a few more here. Mimi stock, GameStop. GameStop came down today, as you can see here. On the balance, volume is steady. If you're a long-term buyer or a little not a huge long-term, if you're a mid-term type buyer, you could buy slowly here. Nice on the balance volume, as you can see here. UiPath is a good company right now. There is no love from Wall Street here. This came tumbling down. If you're a long-term buyer, you could buy some UiPath here. And I got Stitch Fix as well as Confluent. Both are down here. I think it's okay to slowly buy them. There may be some more downturn, but it's okay to slowly start accumulating. So with that, now let's look at ETF and see what's going on in the ETF world and also what stocks we can buy. As you can look here, we got S&P 500 down zero point 0.9. Look, trading volume is up nicely. This typically trades around 85 million. Now it's much higher, as you can see here. And QQQ came tumbling down here, big time down. There are great buying opportunities in QQQ and Nasdaq in general. And we got IWM down big time here, and major averages are down, as you can see. And let's look at C2 here, category 2. As you can look through in the category 2 here, we got um, real estate doing okay here, just barely positive, and energy is up today. And we got Bitcoin down big time, as you can see here. So we got I think there are some good opportunities in the Bitcoin world. We could buy some of those. And let's look at category 3 here. We got consumer staples. Look, even though stock market is down, we got consumer staple, healthcare, and gold stocks are up here. I think it's good to buy some of these names selectively and go from there. All right, we got here IBB. All these high risk type ETFs, they're down here. Look, we got semiconductor down 4%. Ouch, that must be hurting. And we got technology down big time, consumer discretionary down big time. So it's good to look into some of these names here instead of going after what's hot. It's good to slowly buy some of these names very selectively and take it from there. So with that, let's look at major trend and see what's trending. So from a major trend perspective, let's also sort this by volume on top here. All right, so from a major trend perspective, we got your clean energy down. Almost everything is down. All of these major trends are down here. And look here, the most pullback stock, ETF is SMH here, down 4.4%. Actually, ARC is down big time here. Cathy Wood is down, as you can see here. So I think there are some great opportunities in these sectors here. We could be slowly buying some of the good names selectively and take it from there. So with that, let's jump in and look at the active stocks here. From a stock market perspective, as you can see, I already sorted this by 1 day drop here. Let's look at some good names here and go from there. Let's say we want low RSI. So drop some of those high RSI stocks here. And let's say we want positive gross margin and low debt. And also let's say we want a low, let's start from here, then we can put a low valuation. Look, high valuation names like Adobe dropped here nicely. Look, dropped 10% in 1 day. And we got few more here Doximity down. This has been going down for a long time here. And we got C3 AI down big time. It's a good stock, but Tom Siebel doesn't seem to get along with the Wall Street, but it's good. It's up to 5% in 10 days here. And we got some of these high growth names down here. Anaplan is down. So now what we'll do is we'll look at low valuation stocks. We'll say a price to sales ratio less than 25. So we eliminate some candidates here, and we'll also say we want positive sales candidates here. We will eliminate some more names. Now we are going after great names here, growth stocks with a relatively low valuation. You could look at some of these names here and buy them slowly. Look, all of them have got nice gross margin and nice quarter over quarter sales growth here. And since the list is a little bigger here, we could be even more selective and say we want positive net margin here. So let's say greater than zero. So we get positive net margin companies. These companies are making money, not the money losers. Look, we got a short list here. You could look at some of these names here, and we'll also say price greater than $10 and look at remove some of these very low price stocks here and go from there. There we go. Now we get even smaller subset here. I would be looking at these names. I have a lot of my favorites are here, like Adobe, a great stock here. You could buy that one. Pags is a good stock here, down big time here. You could buy some Pags. Right, blockchain, one of my favorite here. And you got a few more like I like InMode and ServiceNow is also good here. You could slowly buy some of these names here, including Dynatrace and Tesla. They're good ones here. Digital Turbine is a great one. Also, you could look at some of these names here. I also love Callaway Golf here. It's been dropping off late. Good to slowly buy. And we got a few more names here, all great stocks here, nice sales growth and gross margin. You could look at these names here like CRM, DTD, Pinterest, all great ones, including Viva. That's also one of my favorite here. So with that, you could look at some of these names here, buy them slowly, take advantage of the downturn, and no need to rush, but these are good ones here. Look, Disney is a good one here, recovery play, and you could look at buying some Disney at these discounted price and go from there. And we got a few more as you can look through here, all good ones with nice sales growth and nice gross margin. So what we'll do now is we'll look at stocks with high short ratio and see what's good to buy. So let's say high short ratio here, and let's say volume greater than 1 million, and we want low RSI, we want positive gross margin, we want low debt, and also low valuation less than 25. So we can go with this subset here. I will sort it by high short ratio on top here. We can go from there. There we go. Now we got a nice high short ratio on top here. All nice liquid shares as you can see here. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin, and also valuation is relatively less here. As you can see here, price to sales ratio pretty much low here. So you could look at some of these names here, take advantage of the high short ratio, and you could buy some of these names given as you can see here, low RSI. So you could buy some of these names and participate in the short squeeze. Keep watching the stocks that are going high in the near term. Like we got TDOC here, it's not TDOC, Task here. It's trying to go higher in 5-day, 10-day. That could be a good candidate here. Then we got United States Steel, it's already going up here. You could still buy at these levels given short ratio is still high, 15%. And look, this one I would wait. APT, as you can see here, it's already going nicely here. I would probably wait for on this one. It's already up very nicely here. And you got a few more names here like Corsair Gaming. It's a good one to buy even here. The stock is trying to go higher. That's a good one here. We got a few more like that. For example, you got CRNC here. After dropping big time, it's also going higher. You could look at such names and go from there. So with that, what we'll do next is we'll look at some great beaten down stocks here, which are below 200-day moving average and improving. So let's say we want stocks that are below 200-day moving average, And also these we want the stock that are above 10-day moving average just by 5%. That tells you these are the good ones that are trying to turn around. Let's say volume greater than 1 million shares, low RSI, and we want low debt, and we also want price to sales ratio less than 25 here, and we want positive gross margin and positive sales. Now we are going after good candidates here with the nice gross quarter over quarter sales growth and gross margin. Look, list is short here. I love stocks like EA Electronic Arts is a good one here. Merck is also good. As you can see here, Merck is trying to go higher slowly. And look, many of these names are going higher in one day in about 10-day moving average, but these are all down below 200-day moving average. These are the good candidates here. Look, we got Activision Blizzard, a good one here. We got gold stocks and we got silver stocks, could be a good one here. So you could look at some of these names and go from there. And next, what we'll do is we'll look at few selected areas. Let's first look at consumer staples and see what we can buy in the consumer staples area. So with that, we'll say we want actually consumers discretionary consumer. Let's see here. Um, yeah, let's start with consumer cyclicals here and see what we can buy in the consumer cyclical space. All right, volume greater than 1 million shares traded. Go same way here, low RSI, and we want positive gross margin, low debt, valuation. We can say even less than 15 and see we have less valuation candidates here. And we will also say we want positive sales, so we'll get nice set of companies here, not too many. You could look at these names here, all consumer cyclical types names here, down nicely as you can see here, and low RSI, low debt. You could look at some of these names. Look, we got some favorite names here, like Callaway Golf is a good one here, Lululemon, good one. Alibaba, you could wait a little bit. Chinese stocks are not doing great, but you could look at some of these names here. Look, we got DraftKings trying to even still lower at this time here. You could slowly buy some of these names and go from there. And next, what we'll do is we'll look at healthcare names here and see what healthcare stocks we can buy at these levels and go from there. So we get healthcare names here. Let's say we want low RSI, positive sales, positive gross margin, and low debt, and also lower valuation. Say let's say less than 25 here. Now we're getting a nice list of healthcare names here. Look, all my favorites are here. We got Corcept Therapeutics, Teledoc, InMode, all great stock here. You could look at buying some of these names here. Look, they are down here. You could buy names like Exact Sciences, a good one. Viva, great stock here. And Medtronics beaten down big time here. You could buy some of those names here and go from there. We got a few more here. You could look at some of these names here, buy them slowly, no need to rush. All great healthcare names here. So with that, we'll look at a few more here. Let's say auto filter, and let's look at a few more sectors and go from there. So let's see if we can get some consumer staples here. Let's go here. Let's say sector, consumer cyclical. Actually, consumer defensive is a good one here. We could look at some of the consumer defensive names here and go after those. So we'll say volume greater than 1 million and we'll say low RSI. That's a good one. And let's say low debt here. Positive gross margin. I think we already got, let's say, positive gross margin. So we're getting a small list of shares here, which are beaten down and doing okay. Let's say price greater than $10. Eliminate some very low price stocks. Look, we got a very small list here. I think you could look at some of these names like Ollie's. It's down as you can see here. Low RSI, companies making money. We got Coursera, Celsius Holdings, this used to be hot shot stock here, still slowly coming down as you can see here. could be good to slowly buy into this and go from there. Even Molson Course is coming down. Darling, again, a good one here. You could look at some of these names and go from there. And next, let's look at consumers. Let's look at financial stocks here and see what financial stocks we can buy at these levels here. So let's go to finance and we'll apply same criteria here: low RSI, positive sales, positive gross margin, and low debt, and also low price to sales ratio. So now we're getting a very small list of financial stocks that satisfy this condition here. Look, names like Green Dot. I like Green Dot here. It's a good stock, nice sales growth, nice gross margin. And as you can look through, BlackRock is always a great stock here. It's a good one. Even up here, it's going higher. It's a good one to buy. PayPal completely beaten down. Could be okay to buy some PayPal here. And then you got Hive and HUT, all good ones here. You could look at buying some of these names and go from there. And let's look at companies that are growing nicely. These are the companies that are doing better than the industry. Let's say we want growth more than the industry. Stocks growing better than the respective industry, and stocks that are profitable better than the industry, and also good quality stocks. So we're getting some nice subset here. We're combing through entire stock market to get the best growth stocks here, best profitable companies better than industry level, and also quality perspective, great quality. And we'll top it off with, we want a nice financials, we want Altman Z score above 1.8, and also we want financials to be improving with the good Piotrowski F score. So now we are going after better candidates here. You could look at some of these names as you can see here. If you still want even better candidates, I would say low price to sales ratio. You could say below 15. You eliminate a lot of stocks here, and you could look at some good ones. You could look at these names here: low valuation, price to sales ratio, as you can see, are very, very, very low here. You could go after these names and go from there. There are some great names like Skyworks, Pags, Corcept, Yeti. Yeti is a good one. This used to be very expensive stocks earlier. Now I think it came down. Price to sales ratio is just 5 here. And we got some great names here. You could look at some of these names and buy them slowly and go from there. So with that, we'll probably wrap it up at this level today, and we'll pick it up again tomorrow and go from there. With that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.